The head of the National Rifle Association says anti-gun forces are playing politics with last week's massacre at the Florida high school. Correspondent Peter Ducey is at the site of the Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, at National Harbor, Maryland tonight. Good evening, Peter.
Good evening, Brett. Even though we are just 11.5 miles away from the White House, the NRA CEO, who is a big supporter of President Trump, delivered remarks about gun control that are a world apart from the president's proposed fixes.
Their solution is to make you, all of you, less free.
Wayne LaPierre, the CEO of the NRA, did not mince words, warning about what he sees as a potential post-Parkland gun grab.
And now some people are calling for a new list of anyone who has sought mental health care to deny them their Second Amendment rights.
The NRA is a presenting sponsor of CPAC, so it has a heavy presence throughout the Gaylord Convention Center in Maryland. Its officials spent today advocating for stronger security at schools and criticizing Democratic lawmakers pushing for major gun control legislation.
For them, it's not a safety issue, it's a political issue. They care more about control and more of it. Their goal is to eliminate the Second Amendment.
The next speaker was Vice President Pence, whose Parkland remarks included a pledge to come together.
Later this week, when the president meets with the nation's governors in our nation's capital, we'll make the safety of our nation's schools and our students our top national priority.
Pence, today's headliner, also laid the foundation for the strategy that GOP operatives tell Fox is their best bet to keep the House. Criticized Nancy Pelosi.
You know, it would be a disaster for our cause if Nancy Pelosi became Speaker of the House again. But we're not going to let it happen.
There was Russia talk at CPAC's Thursday session in the context of the Kremlin being a threat to the United States. There were no questions about the special counsel's probe for the White House counsel, Don McGahn, who instead used rare public remarks to explain how he helps President Trump select judges as rumors swirl about a potential summertime Supreme Court retirement.
What the president likes are folks who have demonstrated some sort of courage, some sort of ability to stand strong in the face of adversity. People who you know when they get on the bench, they will not change and turn into someone else.
Justice Gorsuch's appointment was saluted by many of today's speakers, who took turns rattling off President Trump's accomplishments, like reducing regulations, vowing to move the American embassy in Israel to Jerusalem, and repealing the individual mandate.
It's what led Bill Clinton to call Obamacare one of the craziest things in the world. About the only time I've ever agreed with Bill Clinton. Well, other than about Hillary. I'm going to get in trouble for that one.
And CPAC is not just speeches in a ballroom. The hallways are lined with booths like this one, sponsored by conservative-leaning outlets. Organizers say it is all about activism training and campaign management. The crowd here skews very, very young, and tomorrow they are going to hear from President Trump. Brett?
Peter Ducey at CPAC. Peter, thanks.